Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an opinion piece from The Hill written by Will Marshall. Now, you got to love it when on an opinion piece, you have The Hill putting here, the views expressed by contributors are their own and not the view of The Hill. They know that this is going to piss off people because this is some like spurtastic shit here. Will has, like a hockey helmet on a short bus, smashing his head in the wall type of problem. Yeah. Congress must fill the leadership void. Trump is being a leader, but yet they must fill the leadership void. You mean the same people who have done everything but lead, who have been retarded spurgs, going around going Russia, Russia, Russia. We're going to impeach Trump for this. We're going to go after Trump for that. We're going to do this and that. And we're going to get them out of office instead of doing their goddamn jobs they were elected to do. You want them now to take, up this supposed, slack and fill the leadership role? Will, dude, you're an idiot. President Trump is promising a swift and seamless economic recovery if only the states will hurry up and lift their stay-at-home orders. Those jobs will be back, and they will be back very soon, he said, reacting to last month's horrendous spike in unemployment. Now, what's funny is, and I should have said this before I got started because, I do read the articles beforehand to explain why he's trying to say this. Basically, what he wants is a power grab. Will wants a power grab. He wants, basically FDR levels of, federal authority and power, just basically an ever-expanding federal government doing, free money and free shit and all this other stuff. He wants, New Deal, Great Depression type shit, where the government violated its authority. It went well past its authority. Anyway, this is a fantasy. Besides ignoring the health hazards of prematurely reopening the economy, Trump is raising false hopes amongst millions of U.S. workers whose jobs have vanished in the Wu flu crisis. Because the people on the left, you wanted this shit locked down like it was. Sweden didn't lock down. Their death numbers were comparable to other European nations. Hell, they were better than nations like Italy that locked down and many others. The only one that they can use to go up against, Sweden doing that is they hold Germany as the poster child. Well, when you have authoritarian shitbags like Merkel, and you have people willing to be ruled by authoritarian shitbags, you kind of end up with that type of shit. It was a little bit better. And they're saying this and they're freaking out when places like Florida are opening up and other places are opening up and there's no spikes. They're just wanting this shit to happen. They're hoping to exploit this situation to usurp the people and to expand the federal government and make us, dependent on it so that they can keep their lefty fucking authoritarian little fucking direction they want things to go in, moving in that way. In fact, getting everyone back to work once the pandemic is contained will be a huge challenge. It will happen in stages, not all at once, and it will require a well-focused national push to help less educated and low-wage workers find new jobs, skills, and careers. So what, you're saying they're not going to be able to find jobs flipping burgers and the other menial shit that they've been doing? Right now, burger flipping jobs? Right now, fast food jobs, restaurant jobs, they're the ones kind of in demand. Those low-skill, low-skill jobs, low-education jobs, Walmart, Target, they're all fucking hiring. Unfortunately, the Trump administration seems as woefully unprepared to grapple with this urgent task as it was to check the pandemic spread. What are you talking about? Lock down China. He was doing shit while you people were still going, it's just a flu, bro. And it turned out to be more like a flu. Both sides were doing that, by the way. And then you people on the left freaked out and saw an opportunity to exploit the situation. Said we need to lock everything fucking down. And then we start listening to a doctor who hasn't practiced fucking medicine in fucking decades. And while all the doctors that are actually out there on the front fucking lines that have been practicing are saying, yeah, we're blowing shit out of proportion, and you've got Silicon Valley silencing them. You have them being censored by shitbags, all right, in San Francisco. Well, they're telecommuting, and I'm assuming they're still in San Fran, but yeah, basically saying, oh, we can't get that out there. Because we've got the official narrative, and the official narrative is fucking God, and we will worship it, and we will do what we were going to do according to that, as opposed to what the actual, results and the science and everything else is showing us. Anyway, that means Congress will have to deliver what we need. Trump is doing what we need for this country. You just don't like it. A full-scale, full employment initiative in which the federal, state, and local governments work in tandem with the private sector to upskill displaced workers, match them to openings in fast-growing sectors, and lower obstacles to start a business. So basically what they want is they want the federal government to tell businesses that they're going to have to hire people and then fucking up-train them, instead of taking people who are already fucking qualified. Okay. Because that's what it sounds like right there with what you're saying. In just 2 months, more than 36 million Americans have lost their jobs. Yes, and you people want to lock this shit down even longer. Instead of letting our economy, start rolling again and maybe have a lot of these jobs return. Hopefully most of them. Because we might not have done permanent damage to everything like you're claiming. It's a staggering number. And it has revealed a new class divide between better educated people who can telework from home and those who can't. What are you talking about? Almost all the fucking low-skilled fucking jobs out there are being worked right now because they're considered essential. What the fuck are you talking about? This is ridiculous. And a lot of better educated people are sitting on their asses at home. What the fuck are you talking about? They're not telecommuting. When businesses start reopening, and schools too, since parents can't go to work, if their kids are stuck at home, most furloughed and laid off employees will be able to return to their former jobs. Yes, but you want everything closed. But a sizable minority, disproportionately black, Latino, and low-income workers won't have jobs to go back to. Well, of course, the blacks and the Latinos, the people who tend to work in, the restaurant industry and stuff like that are probably working right now. Or working in retail and are probably working right now. They won't be going back to work when they're already working. Does that make any sense to you? Because it sure as shit don't make any sense to me. All right, and then you've got landscapers, they're considered essential, construction considered essential, so these people are going to go back to work. What the fuck are you talking about? Many small businesses have gone under. Yes, because you fucked over because you said, well, you know what, fuck you and your business too. And now that the business owners are saying we need to open back up, you're telling them to shut the fuck up and let their livelihoods, what they've busted their asses for, what they've devoted their lives to just fucking blow up in their faces. People like you have done that. And now you're going, well, a lot of small businesses have closed. Well, you're the ones pushing for them to stay closed so that they go out of business. But anyway, many small businesses have gone under, and millions more are treading water. Data from credit card processors suggest that roughly 30% of small businesses have shut down during the pandemic, reports the Atlantic Annie's Lowry. A survey by Main Street America found that 7.5 million small businesses are likely to close permanently if the shutdown continues for 3 to 5 months more, or 3 to 5 more months. And you're the ones calling for this shit. You literally want all these businesses closed. The largest employer base in this fucking country is small business. And you want it to go tits up so more people become dependent. You're going, oh, well, these businesses are closed and these people are going to be hurt. Well, then let the economy get rolling again so these people have jobs. Instead of saying, well, we'll have the government support them. As many as 40% of the shutdown-induced layoffs could become permanent, according to a University of Chicago study. And it seems like everyone on the left wants this. Meanwhile, large companies in sectors hit especially hard by social distancing, travel and tourism, restaurants and hotels, energy production and manufacturing, and brick-and-mortar retail are leery of staffing up until demand fully revives. Well, yes! And the longer you people call for shit to be closed down, it's going to mean that it's going to take longer for them to recover, which means that they're not going to be back up to their full employment base for even longer than it would take if we started opening things up now. The Wu flu crisis is also likely to accelerate automation as companies seek a technological hedge against future health-related shutdowns. Yeah, so you're going to end up with robotic burger flippers, even though McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and other burger joints have been considered essential. It's true that companies that have stayed open, such as Amazon, Walmart, and CVS, have been adding workers at a rapid clip during the shutdown. But such essential firms won't be able to absorb anything like the estimated 13 million workers whose jobs are likely gone for good. And it seems like you're the people who keep pushing for everything to make sure that they lose their jobs for good. Well, we need to get this economy going. We need to open the country back up. Oh, no, you can't. Well, look at Sweden. They didn't shut down. Oh, well, what about grandma? Well, they worried about grandma. They put in measures. Okay, and you talk about grandma. How come every Democrat governor, almost every Democrat governor, sent infected people to nursing homes to watch the fucking numbers rise up on the note of how many were infected? Look at what Cuomo did. He literally forced the nursing homes to take in infected. Then he goes, well, no one's to blame for all the dead people that got sick and died. No, he's the one to blame for it. He's just trying to deflect. And that's what a lot of Democrat governors did. They incentivized and or forced nursing homes to take in infected people and put the old people at risk. And you know why they did it, as far as I'm concerned? To raise their death numbers. Because they said, well, fuck grandma and grandpa. We're just going to use them as a scapegoat. We're going to let them fucking die or get very fucking sick just to push our fucking bullshit. All right, Cuomo should be fucking investigated and criminally fucking charged for what he did. I mean, these people are fucking scumbags pushing this shit. They want this country to implode so that they can roll in their lefty fucking bullshit. And if the right did this, I would fucking condemn them just as bad. The longer those workers languish in unemployment, the worse off they will be, and the longer it will take for our economy to snap back. Prolonged bouts of joblessness make it difficult for displaced workers to get past employer screens and hiring algorithms. So what you're saying is basically companies like to hire people who already have jobs? Well, slight problem. When the economy was good under Trump before this shit happened, they were hiring anyone because they couldn't keep, enough people employed to meet demand. So if the economy goes good, they're just going to hire people because they're going to need to. Meanwhile, their skills atrophy, self-esteem evaporates, family stress rises. When the unemployment checks stop coming, they risk losing their homes and ruining their credit if they can't pay their bills. Yes, but you know what's funny is with the $600 extra that they're getting right now, you get a lot of people that won't return to fucking work because they're making more money. So to me, it sounds like people are more concerned with a free fucking paycheck, especially when they're making more money than they would if they were actually working, than getting back to work. Those are the type of people that you would think that you're going to end up courting with this. Just saying. We can't let this happen to millions of our fellow citizens who have sheltered at homes for months, doing their part to prevent Wu flu from metastasizing and overwhelming local healthcare systems. Well, we've already done that. It was about flattening the curve. The curve is flattened. Let's open shit up. Because all you people were calling for was, we got to flatten the curve. So let's just lock down until the curve is flattened. Well, the curve is flattened. Oh, well, now we got to stay locked down until there's no one getting sick because, grandma. Well, that's impossible. Okay, well, we'll do it for 6 months to a year. Oh, wait, no, you know what? We're going to do it until we get a vaccine from Bill Gates. Or just a vaccine, but everyone's saying Bill Gates with that because he's the one pushing it. But you know what I mean. You keep moving the fucking goalpost. For starters, Congress should stop bleeding by providing direct wage subsidies to employers who agree not to lay off workers. So basically, you want to pay businesses to keep employees on the payroll. See, they want the government to basically run shit. The House just passed a HEROES Act includes a creative proposal by Rep. Stephanie Murphy, Democrat, Florida, to provide payroll subsidies to businesses whose revenues fall by more than 10%, but the $3 trillion bill otherwise does not do enough to prevent the surge of mass layoffs that are propelling us towards a 25% job loss rate. So basically, right now, we're not even up to the 2008 recession, okay? Because we had over a quarter of because they fucked with the numbers to hide that shit, okay? We had well over 25% of the nation at one point unemployed. And they fucked with the numbers to hide that fact. But when Trump's in office, oh, well, look at 25%. We're not even there yet. What does that tell you? I mean, this is so sad. Lawmakers also should gradually phase out the expansion of unemployment insurance benefits included in the CARES Act as the economy recovers, rather than expiring arbitrarily on July 31st. This would convert the UI program into an automatic stabilizer to counter future downturns, while also making sure that work pays better than unemployment. So you want to phase it out over time, but still give them the money and then say that's going to show that work pays better? So they're going to basically keep collecting until they get the extra money phased out, and then they're going to want to go back to work, is what you're saying. I don't see that happening, because if you're still making money for free, you might want to sit on your ass and do it if you're able to survive. Just saying. And you want this to extend well beyond that point. See, they want to add all this extra shit to the government. It's fucking ridiculous. Washington should invest heavily in retraining workers who lost jobs due to the pandemic and need to jump career tracks. For example, Congress should revive a Great Recession-era program, trade adjustment assistance, community college, and career training that funneled money into high-quality education and career training efforts run by community colleges and employers and really didn't amount to shit. You had people going there because they could fucking go there and get free fucking classes. It didn't really turn into them, most of them actually making it out of there and actually turning it into something. Government can't do this job alone. To scale up a full employment drive and achieve speed to job, Ryan Craig of University Ventures proposes that the federal government enlist thousands of private staffing firms and business service providers. It should create strong incentives for these private intermediaries to hire displaced workers, help them acquire new skills, and place them with employers in outsourced apprenticeships that can lead to permanent jobs. So basically, all right, what this asshole's calling for, and this is not good for Americans, is for our economy to become an outsourced economy to, within the country. And hopefully, maybe, just dangle that carrot out there, they might actually get a permanent position. They want people working temp jobs. This is some fucked up shit. A full employment drive should also stimulate new business creation. Congress should pass the New Business Preservation Bill, crafted by pro-growth Democrat Senators Amy Klobuchar and Chris Coons and Rep. Tim Ryan, which would channel $2 billion to support public-private venture lending partnership around the country. In short, it will take hard work and hard thinking to get all Americans working again. You're just trying to throw money at the problem and expand the size of the government. Fuck you. The president fixated on conspiracy theories is otherwise occupied. So the leadership will have to come from Congress. Oh, so wait a minute. He's not fixated on it. He can actually focus on multiple things, number one. Number two, the fact that he is calling for what Obama and Biden did to be investigated, and with the criminal parts of it, once, investigation proves that they've been criminally involved, with, spying on another candidate, trying to commit a soft coup and all that, all right, which isn't some conspiracy theory. They did it because he's focusing on that. He's saying he can't focus on this too. I mean, hell, heaven forbid that we actually have accountability in this country where if someone who's doesn't matter if they're in the Oval Office or the average Joe, tries to overthrow the legitimately elected government, they should be going to the fucking gallows at Leavenworth. If they're guilty of that. Okay, it shouldn't matter if you're fucking president, vice president, or average Joe fucking schmo. You try to overthrow the legitimate government of this country, okay? And I'm not saying, that the government is perfect, because we do have issues with our government. I mean, look at what Obama and Biden got away with. All right? But if you do what they did, that's treason. If that means you're walking up the steps to the gallows at Leavenworth, I'm perfectly fucking fine with that. Hell, I think that's what should be happening to you if you're fucking guilty of that. And you're trying to call that a conspiracy theory because, oh, you're Golden Calf Obama and you're fucking retarded, Alzheimer's suffering piece of shit, gropey-handed fucking creepy Uncle Joe, okay? You can't touch those. Oh, we got to get Trump out of office. Maybe you should have chose a better fucking candidate than creepy Uncle fucking Joe. Okay, with the senile fuck that he is. Anyway, this is ridiculous. They seriously want they want to try to use this as a power grab. They want to have more control over our lives. This is how they're dealing with this situation. Instead of trying to get people's lives back to normal, they're trying to exploit it because never let a good crisis go to waste. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.